Are we live here?
Yeah, we are.
It's rolling?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, to start, can you please introduce yourself and tell us your name and position?
Yes, my name is Sarah Martin. I'm a constable with the Regina Police Service. Right now, I'm currently in patrol. I started my career in patrol, then I worked in the ICE unit for 5 years, and now I'm back in patrol and I work North Central.
First question, how does impaired driving affect first responders and what kind of emotional toll can it take on officers and emergency crews?
Impaired driving is one of the biggest effects on first responders. I think largely it can affect anyone. In a lot of crimes we see, it's a targeted group, whereas impaired driving can literally affect children, families, everybody. So responding to one of those calls is very difficult, especially if it's a fatality. The scene's very difficult, obviously, with the accident, but what's most difficult is the people left behind, the families that are impacted by it. So when we respond to that call, we have to go and notify a family that they've lost their loved one, which is very hard.
In Saskatchewan alone, 37 people die a year to impaired driving, and in Canada, it's in the thousands.
40% of fatal crashes involve impaired drivers, but with your help, we truly believe we can make a change.
Drive Sober, the choice is yours is our fundraiser. This will help raise money for SADD, Students Against Drunk Driving. This will help the health, mental, and physical well-being of our community for impaired driving and against it.
To promote individuals who are driving under the influence to find a safer choice.
To initiate and influence public policies in the areas of impaired driving.
To provide necessary training and education to people who truly believe in this cause.
Now that you understand the impact of this issue, I have Ronan and Hadley here to explain our 2-week plan to fundraise and promote this issue.
For our campaign, our goal is to raise awareness on impaired driving while also raising money for SADD.
During the first week, we will focus toward awareness and getting school thinking about the real impacts of impaired driving.
On the first day, we will introduce our campaign on the announcements and explain the purpose of Drive Sober, the choice is yours. We will also start selling raffle tickets for a prize basket that you can win.
On the second day, we're going to put up posters around the school with statistics about impaired driving, and students are going to walk in the hallways and learn on how big of an issue impaired driving really is.
On the third day, we will launch a school-wide TikTok challenge where students make short videos about their experience with impaired driving and why they choose not to do it. This will help spread awareness and get people talking about the issue.
On the fourth day, we'll show real police officer interviews.
On the fifth day, we will continue promoting the raffle and sharing information on social media and the announcements to continue getting the message out to the school.
On the sixth day, we'll highlight how impaired driving affects families and communities, and to remind students that impaired driving affects us all.
I'm not doing that. On the second week, On the second week, we will be focusing on student participation and getting people directly involved.
At the start of the second week, we'll open up sign-ups for a drunk goggles race to show students what it's like to be impaired.
Later in the week, we will run a jail and bail where students who want to get out of class can pay money to their teachers. This will help raise money for SADD Saskatchewan while also encouraging participation.
Throughout the second week, we will continue selling raffle tickets and reminding the students to make safe choices.
We will end our campaign at the final pep rally where we will announce the winners of the raffle tickets, the results of the race, and the amount of money we raised for SADD.
Everything we do connects back to the purpose of this campaign. The safety of our students depends on the safety of our drivers. And here are 3 main goals.
Our first goal is to encourage people who have actually been behind the wheel impaired and people who have been affected by that to go seek help and rehabilitate.
Second, we want to shed light on the impacts of impaired driving and promote safe driving because it's your responsibility to drive responsibly.
Third, we want to empower bystanders to make a choice to protect their friends and tell them that this decision that they're making is not okay because they're as much as fault as the people who are actually doing it.
Can you share an experience that stayed with you over the years?
Honestly, all the impaired accidents stick with you. I guess one that was really hard was a single mother driving on Albert Street. It was kind of early in the morning, 5:00 a.m., and she was driving with her new fiance, and she had a baby at home. They were just getting pablum, and she was hit, rear-ended by a drunk driver, and it took her life. So we responded to that call. I was first on scene, so she unfortunately passed away right on impact, and her husband, or her fiance, I guess, was still alive. And so now they have a family that lost their mom and a baby at home without a mom. So that one's one that really stuck with me.
Our goal is to bring our school together and our community to protect the future generation. But always remember, drive sober and choice is yours.
What is that?
They broke out!
No!
You broke out! Oh my gosh, you broke out. You go outside.
Baby.
We only have one question. How did it
Hey,
happen?
we're all.
How did you get out?
I heard
Roscoe?
a big bang. Okay,
Go outside.
safe.